Okay, let's start with the first one. Sorry, I was hoping to film this without my baby, but babies don't follow our schedule. What can I say? The reason I'm even making this video is because an anonymous person created a viral graphic that lists 10 reasons why Japan supposedly hates Muslims. The person who wrote this wasn't even Japanese. I know this because everything was written in English. But somehow, for many netizens, it is considered viable information. Go figure. So, I'm just going to debunk this entirely in the hope of dispelling this utter rubbish into non-existence. Let's start with the first one. Japan is the only nation that does not give citizenship to Muslims. Also known as naturalization, also not true. Citizenship depends on the length of time you've been in the country, your financial status, and your general conduct and behavior, not religion. In fact, there are tens of hundreds of Muslims who have naturalized to Japanese. I even know a few. Although looking something like me and then trying to convince any airport immigration that you're Japanese might invoke just a few laughs at your expense. But hey, you do you. Permanent residency is also not given to Muslims. Oh, come on. Just to be clear, being cleanly shaven is not one of the necessary requirements either. Muslims cannot even rent a house in Japan. Well, I've lived in 8 apartments in Japan, and the only opposition I've ever faced is from territorial cockroaches. Nasty buggers. Propagation of Islam in Japan is banned. If by propagation you mean the spread of religion, or what we Muslims call da'wah, mosques have been doing that since 1935. For example, Yoyogi Mosque in Tokyo has Sunday tour sessions for anyone interested in Islam or just to see the beautiful mosque. In the University of Japan, Arabic or any other Islamic language is not taught. Okay, stop. What is the University of Japan? Perhaps they meant Tokyo University, the top university in Japan, which also has its own Islamic society, which has invited speakers in the past such as Dr. Zakir Naik and Hamza Tsortsis. Japan is the only country in the world with a negligible number of embassies in Islamic countries. Well, let's take a look then, shall we? Japanese embassies, consulates and permanent missions. Okay, let's see what we have. There's Brunei up there. I'm just going to scroll through these fast. Malaysia, Pakistan, Albania, Jordan, Kuwait, Lebanon, Oman, blah blah blah. Even Palestine. Well done, Japan. MashaAllah. There's too many. Obviously, that was a load of rubbish. One cannot import a Quran published in the Arabic language. What? You mean like these Arabic to English ones they have for free available in any of the 80 mosques in Japan? Well, how about these Japanese to English ones are also available in any mosque? Muslims must follow Japanese law. Alright, this one is true. Well done, Mr. Anon. Muslims must obey the laws of the lands they choose to live in as long as there is no sin in it. But then again, with a 99.6% conviction rate, Japan is not really the place you want to be breaking the law, whatever your religion or ethnicity. But let's save the Japanese criminal justice system for another video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The Japanese government is of the opinion that Muslims are fundamentalist. So apparently there was a unanimous decision reached by the entire cabinet of ministers from all political parties that Muslims are bad, okay? Sorry, that was a bad accent. Islam, like all other religions in Japan, is protected by Article 20 of the Constitution, which guarantees religious freedom for all as long as there is no compulsion. Furthermore, mosques have many a time been amongst the first responders to natural disasters in providing physical, financial and provisional support, such as during the aftermath of the tsunami in Miyagi and earthquakes in Kyushu. There is no Sharia law in Japan. What? I'm beginning to think someone from the EDL wrote this.
They're trying to put the Iraqi law down on London. You've got Islamic rape gangs.
Look, Sharia is not a legal system. It's a way of life for Muslims. Observing Ramadan, celebrating Eid, paying zakat are all practiced by Muslims with no problems at all. In fact, the ex-Prime Minister Abe even held iftar parties. Clearly, someone has tried to conceal any existence of Islam in Japan and failed colossally. She didn't like that. Okay, so what do Japanese people think of Muslims then?
Well, Islam is a relatively small religion in Japan, with Muslims making up only 0.1% of the entire country. That is around 120,000 people, of which a significant portion are Japanese Muslims. Like me, alhamdulillah. In general, Japanese people tend to be very respectful, curious, and open to those from other cultures living in Japan, as long as they aren't acting disrespectfully or breaking any laws.
So please, the next time you're unsure about something you read, ask someone who might know. And be sure to like and subscribe for future similar videos, inshallah. And stay on the haq. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Okay. Sorry, what's wrong?